Hi guys, my name's Barry, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be ranking the urban legend movies.
Everybody's a suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Wolfman's got Nards!
Just like the I Know What You Did Last Summer series, there's only 3 movies in this, but I thought it would be fun to do a ranking for this because similar to the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies again, 2 of them, I'm not going to say which ones, but 2 of them are very close together in quality, so it was quite a hard choice for me when I was ranking just 3 movies. And at number 3 is Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Now, this wasn't a terrible movie. I went into this movie thinking it's going to be as bad as I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, a third movie in a franchise that went straight to DVD or VOD, and it featured Don Shanks. So I thought this was going to be terrible. And as bad as it was, I still had fun with it. And I think the reason I had fun with it is because it didn't take itself seriously. It took nothing to do with the first 2 movies. And it also borrowed a lot from the Prom Night sequels as well, in terms of the storyline, and obviously Mary. So it wasn't a great movie. And I'm saying this, that it was actually watchable, and it's still my number 3 spot, and I'll explain that in a few minutes. But I just think that it was an okay movie, and although it's number 3 on my list, it wasn't a terrible film. And at number 2 is Urban Legends Final Cut. Now this was the movie, as well as Bloody Mary, that I was swaying back and forth. Was Bloody Mary going to be number 2, or was Final Cut going to be number 2? And I think the quality of Final Cut just edged it a little bit. The story of Final Cut wasn't as good as Bloody Mary, but I think the quality of Final Cut is what edged it out, as well as the nostalgic factor for me. Nostalgia I don't always take into consideration when I'm doing a ranking, but it does help. And I remember watching this movie when I was just young, when all the slasher movies were coming out, and I just remember wanted to be a film student and wanted to make horror movies, and that's exactly what they've done in Final Cut. So when this movie came out, I really liked it at the time. I thought, oh, I want to go and do this, I want to go and make horror movies, and I just had that nostalgic connection. So when I watched it again, I knew I wasn't watching a great movie, but at the same time, I watched it remembering the good times of when I was young, wanted to be a filmmaker. So nostalgic does help, the nostalgic factor, but also the quality is just a little bit better than Bloody Mary, that was a straight to DVD movie. And at number 1 is of course Urban Legend, the first movie in the series. Not only is this the best movie in the series, this is one of the best slasher movies of the late 90s for me. It had it all. It had the rain, the score, the body count, the music, the acting was great. All the cast members went on to do good things after Urban Legend. They might not all be acting today, but they all went on and had a good career. Also, I just think that the killer in this one was completely out of the blue. I had no idea who the killer was until the end of the movie, and that's quite rare, especially for horror movies back in the late 90s. One thing this movie will always be remembered for, even from people who don't actually really like this film, is that opening scene featuring Michelle Mancini and the gas station attendant with the music, Total Eclipse of the Heart. I think that made people look in the back seat of their car, even if you already did that before the movie came out. I didn't know about that Urban Legend until I watched the movie, and I always checked the back seat of my car because of that. But the scene itself was just so effective, and then even if you watch it time and time again, you just don't get bored of that scene. And that's how I feel about the full movie. I could watch this movie once a week at least and not get bored of it. I absolutely love Urban Legend, and that's why it's number 1.
Someone's in the back!
So that's my ranking for the Urban Legend movies, guys. Quite straightforward. I'm sure most of you will have your rankings similar to mine, but we all have different tastes, and I'd like to know yours as well, guys. So leave a comment down below and let me know your ranking for the Urban Legend movies. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.